Hi guys, good morning. So let's talk about driving. Oh, sorry. Let's talk about driving in Japan. It's Wednesday, by the way. Wednesday morning. The sun has come out, but it's going to be a warm day, I hear. So driving in Japan. In Japan, they drive on the left side of the road, same as Jamaica. So that transition was very easy. And in Jamaica, they drive very aggressively, so you have to be a defensive driver. So driving here in Japan has been also easy because they're not as aggressive as Jamaican drivers. They are quite nice. There's order. I mean, like even when I'm driving out, there's a section where I have to merge with the main traffic, and the driver on the main road will each driver will give the next car a blind to go through. So if I'm going, this driver, maybe they let in someone before, so they go, and then I can go in next because the other driver behind them will let me go through. Generally, that's how they do it. They're very nice about that. I think the only thing I have against how they drive is that sometimes when people are coming from a minor road or a slip road and they put on their indicator, they seem to think the indicator is a magic light that says, I can go. While the indicator is to let the person who you're going to go in front of know that you want to go in front of them. And you have to be cautious and wait until they give you permission, because not everybody's going to do that. Not everybody's going to notice your indicator. But no. Here, they just think that it's magic, and indicator means I can go. So usually when I'm driving, and you'll see other drivers do this, and there's a slip road and a car is coming, the driver on the main road just goes over to the other side, because you know that the driver that's coming from the slip road, once he has his indicator on, even if he doesn't, that he's going to come in front of you. And so to protect yourself, you just move over and let them have it, because it's just the mentality here. I don't know why. It doesn't make sense to me. Maybe I'm wrong in thinking that that it shouldn't be like that. Maybe I'm just going off how it is in Jamaica. Indicator in Jamaica doesn't mean that you get to go. It just means that you want to go, and you make sure that the other driver is allowing you to go in front of them. You don't just assume. So yeah, that's my one issue. And sometimes people will drive, and if they're gonna turn, let's say, onto a road on the right, they'll take this wide stance, They don't have to. They're going to turn right. They kind of go a little to the left, and you're thinking, oh, you're gonna turn on to the left side. I don't know. They're making a right turn, but they turn wide on towards the left, and you're like, why? It's not like you're a trucker. You need to position yourself. But they do that, and I find that annoying. But it's generally compared to Jamaica, oh, it's so much nicer to drive here. So when I went back to Jamaica after having lived in Japan for like, when was it? The first time I went back and I was driving my mother's car. I think I had been living in Japan for like 5-6 years. Living and driving in Japan for that long. So I was just driving very polite. And my mom was like, girl, move. You gotta go. You can't be doing that. Nobody's gonna give you the opportunity to turn left, turn right. You gotta take it. So that was, yeah. Even when after I went back after 11 years, I just couldn't drive the same aggressive way as Jamaicans. I was very timid about just demanding and taking. I mean, it wasn't bad, but yeah. I miss the politeness of Japanese driving. While there are things that annoy me, it's generally a safe place to drive. Now there are some risks. with older drivers, senior drivers, the senior drivers are knocking down people left, right, and center. And that's because their reflexes slower. Some of them are mistakenly pressing the gas pedal instead of the brake. That has happened. That's one of the reasons why that happens, unfortunately. So yeah, you do find more road accidents being caused by elderly drivers. So when you see them, be very careful, whether you're a pedestrian or you are a driver. If you see an elderly driver, watch out. And if you're an elderly driver, focus. Yeah, you gotta focus because, yeah, it's very easy to kind of mistakenly press one over the other. Oh, the laundry fell. Oh dear. Yeah. But I like driving in Japan. It feels safe, and the possible carjacking doesn't happen. Oh wow! Like driving late at night in Jamaica as a woman, I don't like that. And then you have to stop your car, get out, and open your gate or whatever to get. No way. I don't feel that fear in Japan. Not yet. So that's also good. That's another plus for me. I remember when I was in uni, and we had one of those. What was it again? We had something called International Night. I was in hospitality, and I was getting home about 1 a.m. driving by myself, and I just rolled through some of those red lights. In certain areas, you just check. There's nothing coming on the other side, and you slow down. Of course, make sure your doors are locked, windows are up, and you kind of just slow down to check to make sure there's nothing coming, and you go. You don't stop because you might get carjacked, and it's not only your car they may kill you. So yeah, that's how I would drive, going home 1 a.m. 2 a.m. after some university activity, like doing International Night or whatever. Here you don't have to do that, and you shouldn't, because you could get arrested. They have cameras everywhere, because that risk doesn't exist here. What else should I say? Buying a car is very easy as long as you have the money. Getting a driver's license. Now for me, I got my driver's license on my second try. I've heard of foreigners trying up to 5 times and failing. There is a technique. One thing I did was to take at least 1 or 2 lessons with someone near the test depot. That was recommended. Do that. And follow the rules. Before you get into the car, you have to check under the hood, tap the hood, check under the car, get in the car, check your mirrors. And you have to exaggerate this so your instructor or the tester can see that you're doing it. You have to be like, check, 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 check. It's drama. So I did that, and I failed because I didn't stop properly at a stop sign. I was supposed to stop. I was doing like a rolling stop, and we weren't supposed to do that. So I failed. And then you have to be dramatic. Oh no, I failed. Oh my God, I feel so bad, so sad, and all of that. And I went back the next time, learned from my mistakes, did what I needed to do, check under the car, tap the car, check the mirrors, stop behind the line where I see the Tomare sign, and then roll and check. And I still do that even to this day. I stop behind the line, I roll out, I check, physically lean forward and check left and right, and then drive out and be safe. Also, when you're turning, you have to check to make sure there are no bicycles or bike coming on the inside or on the side from the sidewalk, or nobody running, because people just think, oh, it's a pedestrian crossing, and they'll just book it, and the light is green, I'm just gonna go. They don't think, let me just check to make sure a car isn't speeding through. So there's that. You have to check on their behalf, just in case they're not taking precautions. So, but you're really supposed to stop, right? You are. But some people, you also have to be aware that some pedestrians, some cyclists will go through So you do have to like check, make sure nothing is coming. And I'm all for that. I still, even when I went back to Jamaica, I was still doing that. I think that's good. But that's it. We're at a 10-minute mark. I'm going to stop here. Any questions, let me know. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment if you have anything to say or any questions, anything to add. Thank you guys. Take care.